Hey guys, welcome back. My wrap journey is coming along nicely. No doubt I am progressing much slower than a typical DIY garage wrap, never mind a professional. It's because I want this series to give a very realistic expectation of how it can be when a full-time worker and a father of two little ones tries to wrap their car in their own garage. I am showing every mess up and obstacles that I'm going through, and starting with this video, in addition to the number of days spent actually wrapping, I'm also going to include the total number of days passed since day 1, meaning I'm including the days where I'm not wrapping at all. I think that will help convey how much time it takes to wrap. Of course, I can be much quicker if I sacrifice family time and sleeping time, but I'm all about realistic expectations and showing everything as is. So with that out of the way, in this episode I'm starting off with the side skirts, and hopefully we can get to some doors. To remove the side skirt, first we need to remove the weather stripping here. Carefully pulling on one of the edges should be good enough. That exposes these 8 screws. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom. There's one more right here. 6, there is one more right here. So the way you remove this side skirt is it's kind of held on like this. So you have to push it inward and it'll fall out. And then for the front, it has one of these where it slides forward, and that's the clip. So you have to kind of slide it forward like that and it'll fall out. One of my side skirts had some brutal damage on it, so I clipped off the damaged area, sanded it down, filled in the gaps with some JB Weld, sanded it smooth with some 600 grit, and that should be good. Right now it's getting soaked in some soapy water. I'm not gonna go over everything again, but my process is soapy water. If any area needs sanding, I'll do that. No need for primer because this is plastic. And then clay bar, and then clean with alcohol, and then wrap. By this point, I've shown you guys enough of that, so I'll skip all of that and then get right to wrapping. The side skirts came out amazing, except this one spot, which happens to be a visible area, so I took some scrap and overlapped it. It doesn't look too bad and I'm not worried because it's gonna be below eye level. And I'm happy to report that it's going great so far. The problem I had last time with the trunk were the specs, but I'm so happy to see that for this door there is basically none. So I'm super happy about that. There are still some like imperfections in the panel itself, and you know, this is a 20-year-old car, so I wasn't expecting perfection, but as far as wrap goes, super smooth, super happy. Part I'm having a little trouble with, as you can see, are the door handles and taking off or cutting the edges off here. I tried a little bit here, and like you can already see, you can see some of the silver showing through, so I've been kind of scared to continue. Underside here, I don't think you can even tell just from looking at normal height, so that's pretty awesome. And then here on this side, also not too shabby. And it's almost 2 a.m. right now, so I just went for it and I think it came out pretty good. The only part that sucks is right here where you can see the silver, but again, it's a learning process. I'm not gonna let it stress me out. On the plus side, I definitely know what I did wrong for the trunk. It was the backing paper that I laid on top of the trunk before I peeled it off. The backing paper had a lot of dust, and so, static is the worst enemy of wrap. I'm gonna finish that door handle tomorrow because I have to sleep. So see you guys the next day. And the door handle turned out pretty good. I'm not too happy about the underside. I cut the wrap kind of short, but you can't really see that from standing height. But for my other doors, I actually removed this trim right here. It's held on by this little nubby thing right here. And then once you remove that part, the rest of it should come off upwards like that. That basically will eliminate the problem I had with the other door. And it is now day 77. It was a lot of the same thing, so I didn't record it, but I think I'm at a point where I can give an update. So this is the other side, the driver's side now. I did the fenders, doors, and the side skirts, and I put back all the trim. I still need to put back that side marker, but I did take off the upper trim like that. So the result here, I have to fasten that back, but the result here is that it looks super clean. I had a little bit of trouble again here, but otherwise I think I'm getting slightly better at this, so that's a good sign. I did have a really hard time with the door handle this time. I was thinking about removing the door handle after finding out how complicated it is, and there's a good chance that I might break a part of it. I decided to just not take it off, but obviously there's a huge mess up right there. But on my second one, this is pretty much perfect, so I'm happy about that. Overall, I think I'm getting pretty confident in wrapping. It's just the little details like the handles or around the trim that is the hardest part. Oh, and I forgot to mention the A-pillars, I will be wrapping them in gloss black. I'm gonna take some inspiration from one of the sketches of the early 9.5 concepts. I did say on a previous video that if you guessed it right, I'll send you some money for coffee, and only one person guessed and he guessed it right. I guess it wasn't off the wall as I thought. So Giorgio, if you're watching this, shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll get that taken care of. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.